them. Right. So next we are moving to another slide here, that is pH scale and colors. So I will give you which help you in objective which that points I will talk. I will discuss only that colors. So here actually what is the color of pH paper? That is yellow color paper, and it give you different colors in different substances, right? So especially we will remember the colors for the acidic substances which are strong and basic substance which are strong, then neutral substance. So here pH paper found in yellow color and it give you different colors. That pH paper give you green color, especially for the neutral substances. It gives you green color. Yellow paper turns into green color. That gives an idea about the neutral substances. If it changes to dark red or somewhat reddish, it is acidic nature, especially dark red assigned for strong acid. Dark red, strong acid. If that pH paper gives you dark purple or black, dark purple means violet color only, dark black, dark purple or dark black, that gives you a strong base, right? So what the values are for that? Here simply neutral substances pH value is equal to 7, not less than, not greater than, exactly equal to 7. Dark red we assigned for the strong base, its pH is equal to 1 to 1.5. That is strongest acid is HCl. Some are in confusion. Is H2SO4, not H2SO4. HCl is strong acid. HCl is strong acid. Then dark purple color or dark black color if you found, that is for the strong base, its pH value is 14. That is given by NaOH here. So NaOH pH value is 14 and it gives you black color or purple color with yellow color paper, pH paper, or called as universal indicator. Then any other here confusion? So these are the different colors we need to remember in this pH, right? Anything to ask in pH as you learned in your school? Any confusion between your school and me? An explanation, or maybe that giving you guidelines to remember them? Any confusion? Put a quick reaction. Put a quick reaction. Nothing. Right. So nothing. We'll go for another here. So I am giving you colors. What? Green, dark red, and black or dark purple. So remember them. So red is always dangerous color and danger indication for acids, right? So green, it's not harmful, right? Green color, it is healthy for visibility also, healthy color, right? Green. Then neutral it is. Next, purple or black, right? So now we'll move for activity 11. Activity 11 is to find out the pH value of different substances. To find out the pH of different substances here. So how do you find that pH value of different substances? Using the universal indicator, yellow paper. So in this activity, you are having the columns like this: serial number, solution name, and pH paper color. Finally, deciding its approximate pH value, then substance nature. You are deciding as either acidic or basic and also neutral, anything among the three natures, right? Acid or base or the neutral. So based on the pH values. So here actually I'm not ready to give you all the values here. Important values only I will give you here among 17 substances given in your textbook, right? Number of substances 17 are given here. I'm not taking all the 17 here. Important values only I will give you, that you can note down in your book. HCl. right? Next, I will give you sodium hydroxide, that is 7th one, NaOH. Next, what I will give you here, saliva before meals, 16th one, saliva before, and one more is saliva same after meals. Saliva before meals and saliva after meals. Next here, distilled water. Number is 8. Distilled water. Any other required here? Tap water. One more is tap water. Number 13. So note down these values and remember them especially, right? So note down them. NaOH gives you purple color or black color, right? Purple or black color. Its pH value is 14, and the nature will be decided as here basic in nature. HCl pH value, right? HCl pH value, that color of the pH paper is red. pH value found as 1 here. Nature is acidic. Next here, distilled water. Distilled water gives you or effect on a yellow color paper is green, and the pH value is assigned 7. It is neutral in nature. Tap water. Tap water also gives you green color. Green color, not always. It depends on the impurities also, it changes. Next, neutral. Saliva before meals. Saliva before meals, it is 7.4. Saliva before meals, it is 7.4. It's a color you will find just light green color, not dark green, right? It said to be para green or yellowish green, like that. Not exactly green, right? Light green, dark green for pH value 7, right? So here it is 7.4, near mild basic in nature, right? Nearby 7, mild basic in nature. After chewing food, after meals, before meals basic in nature, after meals it changes to acidic in nature. Its color just yellowish green, yellowish green. pH value is 5.8 to 6.5. Then not exactly, in some books you will find different values also. It is actually range between 7 and that 5.8, right? So it need not to be same for all. It is varying value, just approximately you need to remember. So these are the important values you need to remember. These are the important values you need to remember. Is it clear, everyone? Is it clear, everyone? Just memory based concept, right? If you have the pH paper, you are able to find out, right? Using the pH and its color, we are just approximately predicting the values, right? If you want exactly, you need to follow. Actually, I forgot to give you one formula, right? What is that formula here? Simply pH scale formula, that is given as pH equal to minus log of H plus ion. So this is the formula for pH. This is the formula for pH. So pH equal to minus log of H plus. So what we can write the definition for the pH? Sorry, I forgot to give you the definition. That is pH scale definition. So what you see the formula here on the screen, minus log of H plus, minus log of H plus. So here I am reading the same as definition here. So here logarithm. This is what? Logarithm. So that logarithm given with negative sign. For what? especially for H plus ions concentration. So these I am finding in the formula of pH. pH equal to minus log of H plus. So I am defining this based on these terms only. So here negative logarithm of H plus ions concentration is only given as pH scale. Is it clear? Just I am reading the formula, converting into sentence, right? So here negative logarithm of H plus ions concentration is given as pH scale. So if it is asked you what is pH scale, negative logarithm of pH scale only called as, H plus ions concentration is called as pH scale. That you can write. Is it clear, everyone? How simple it is definition? Just based on the formula you are writing. pH equal to minus log of H plus. Negative logarithm of H plus ions concentration only defined as pH scale. So this is the definition of pH scale. So now we'll move for another here. That is what importance of pH in our day-to-day life, in our everyday life. So it is very, very important, right? So here, based on the pH values, the substances are classified into 3 categories. Acidic substances, basic substances are also called as alkaline. Alkaline means liquid solution. It is prepared by the base dissolving in the water. So that base which is dissolved in water called as alkaline, right? Alkaline. So here 3 substances are there. That substances natures are acid, neutral, base. Acid, neutral, base. So we are using all the 3 in our daily life. Sir, by knowing the nature we are not using. Sir, okay. Here you are consuming the food. That food has something nature. Based on the taste also you are able to decide the nature as a source substances, acids, right? Basic substances bitter in nature, taste. The remaining are neutral maybe, right? So spicy, salty, like that. Okay, so that substances we are consuming, food substances. So that also affecting your body, right? So especially in our stomach, in our mouth, we have importance of pH value, right? Not only in your body, in your surroundings also, right? Suppose you require food. That food is prepared by the plants by the photosynthetic process. They are depending on what? Soil and water. So that soil and water also having the nature. That nature is changed by the impurities, right? Pollutants, substances, which mixes in them. So that can change the nature of the soil and water. So that nature also affecting the products. Maybe that food nature changes, right? So here that living organisms which depends on them will be affected. So let us see here what are the applications we have here. Are plants and animals pH sensitive? Plants and animals are sensitive to this pH? Yes, definitely. How they are? So here simply plants for their growth and for the preparation of food substances like carbohydrates, glucose, right? Proteins, vitamins, whatever it may be, we are obtaining from the plants food only, right? Like fruits, stem, leaves, everything. Any branch of or any part of plant is used as food. Maybe not from the same plant, right? Maybe they are from different parts and different plants, right? So here they are depending on what? Mainly on the photosynthetic process and on the soil. So here they are collecting the minerals from the soil, absorbing the water from the soil. So automatically soil nature will affect the water, or soil nature will affect the mineral nature. So based on that, the nature of the plant also changes. So what minimum value is required, right? So aquatic plants and animals are sensitive to pH of rainwater. So actually your water source is rain, replacing the water again, right? Purifying the water actually. That is polluted due to what? gases, atmospheric gases, that combining with the water, that nature of the rainwater changed. So here atmospheric gases that are said to be greenhouse gases, like nitric acid, pollutions we are releasing from the industries and the vehicles, that combined with the atmospheric gases also combined with the vapor. So that nature of the water changed, right? So that we are receiving as rain here. That rainwater will be mixed, combined in the sources of water. That water we are using for the drinking process or for many other processes. Okay, sir, we are purifying, maybe no effect on you. But what about the plants? Did they purify? No. Aquatic animals, do they get purified water? No. So compulsory, they required, right, neutral water actually. That is pure water. So here nature of the water changed due to acidic rains. So here, if the pH value of rainwater lower than 5.6, lower than 5.6, that will be affect the aquatic life. That will be in danger, right? So they will be affected by this pH of rainwater. If it is lower than 5.6, that will affect the aquatic life. Then we'll go for another effect. pH of tooth. Is there any importance for the pH of a tooth? Yes, there. Why is that? Because here your teeth made by the metals, calcium, enamel is there, right? Enamel is there on the tooth. So it is protecting your teeth actually. A layer, right, made up of metal, calcium. So here metal reaction is observed in activity 3 and lab activity. Lab activity is about reaction of acid with the metal, right? Activity 3 is reaction of base with the metal. That we observed here. So here simply anything, acid or the base reacting with the metal, and they are producing salt and the gas. So what happens to the strength of metal? It decreases. So that the strength of your teeth will be decreased. It will be corroded. So what the pH we need to maintain? It is in between 5.5 to maximum 7.5, like that. So if the pH value lower than 5.5, definitely it will affect the teeth, right? So here simply tooth decay starts if the pH value of your mouth falls below 5.5. When it falls, actually it is because of consumption of food. So consumed food will go directly into the stomach sac. How it can be affected? It is because of the particles remained in your mouth between the gap of your teeth, right? So that will be left in between the gaps of teeth. So that is the reason to give you guidelines, or you are instructed to rinse your mouth several times after completion of your eating process, lunch or dinner, whatever it may be, right? Rinse your mouth several times, or use that opposite nature substances. Means what? Basic substances, mild basic in nature. That is what? Toothpaste. So if that pH of mouth falls below to 5.5, that affects your teeth. That is only here called tooth decay, right? Its strength decreases, corrosion, right? So that will take place. So toothpaste prevent that tooth decay. Why? Because here toothpaste mild basic in nature. Toothpaste mild basic in nature. So nature of saliva before meals is basic in nature, 7.4, right? Mild basic, not ever. But here acid strength increasing in your mouth after food, after your meals. So it is lower than 7. Okay, 5.4, 5.8 acceptable. But if it is below 5.5, what happens? Tooth decay starts. So to avoid that one, what to do? Just rinse your mouth using the opposite nature substances, basic solutions, mouth fresheners, right? Compulsory, not that substances. Just rinse your mouth twice or thrice using water. Right? So rinse your teeth by using water, right? So this is the process to protect your teeth. Then we'll go for another example here, application of pH in our daily life, that is in our digestive system. Did you know gases released in your stomach? Do you know how many of you know? Gases released in your mouth. Don't know? Yes, Rohit. Which gas is released in your digestive system? Maybe you learned that in your biology, intestine. That is called as gastric juices. What we can call that as gastric juice. So this is released in your stomach. Here simply its pH range 1.2 to 1.5. So it is stronger only, right? That acid is released. So when acid releases, right? When acid releases, burning starts in your stomach. If your stomach is empty. If your stomach is empty. How many of you experience when you drink water, your intestine recognizes that? Your brain analyzes something in your intestine feeling cool when you drink water. How many of you feeling that when you drink water, something cool inside your stomach? Just raise your hand. Did you notice that when you drink water in your intestine, just somewhat cool feeling, recognition? No one? Okay, so you are not affected. If you feel that one, just immediately get an idea. What is that? You are just feeling burning sensation, right? Acidity. Just recognize that acidity, right? So here that is because of what? Not eating at right time, skipping your lunch or something, dinner or snacks, whatever it may be. Just follow regular timings compulsory, because here acids released in your stomach by the time, right? So when an acid released, your stomach is empty, it will be affect your intestine walls, burning sensation, right? Sometimes you will get a reflux, we can call it as acid reflux, right? మనం ఏమంటామంటే తేన్పులు లేకపోతే బేకులు వస్తున్నాయి అంటాం. What is that? Simply gas reflection, reflux, acid reflux. That gas will be go out through your mouth, right? So that is what acid called gastric juice. HCl only it is. That is what? HCl gas. So it is released in our stomach. That will helps us to digest the food. So here that pH value affect in your intestine if your stomach is empty. So what to do? We need to decrease that acid concentration. How to decrease? By diluting. What to do? Just if you are unable to eat food, what to do? Drink some water at least. Drink some water at least. What happens when you drink water? That acid and this water mixes. When you add extra amount of water, concentration of acid decreases. So like this we can prevent. And one more is there, preventive steps, using antacids. Using antacids. What are antacids here? Antacids are what? Anti-acidic nature substances. Anti-acidic nature substance. Anti-acidic means basic substance, that is, right? So here consuming these basic substances, what happens? It combined with the acid. Acid base reaction is what? Neutral. So it neutralizes right? It neutralizes. So neutralization reaction is taking place. So for that, what are the antacids suggested by the doctor or prescribed in your medicine? That are here antacid solutions like syrups. Like syrups, what they are here? Gelusil or diazine syrup. These are what antacids, right? Or tablets, Gintac, Rantac, Histac, pantoprazole, like this, right? Or what juices, Eno or Gasofast, Brahmanandam giving you ad, right? What they are? Antacids only. So here, simply they are basic solutions, right? Maybe Eno or Gasofast. So these are antacid substances that which we can use to digest. Suppose if you are feeling indigestion, what to do? Lack of more amount of gastric juices are released. That also affect your digestion process. So what to do? Combine. So while you are chewing food, saliva mixes into the food. Saliva mixes in your food. What is the nature of saliva before meals? Basic. So that base already mixed into the food and allowed into your intestine. So that concentration of HCl decreases. It modified into suitable value. So that we are doing actually. So if it is not occurring naturally in your mouth, then what to do? Consume antacids. So this is about in your digestive system. The next we can have that importance of pH in our soil. So we have importance to the pH of soil also. That pH of soil will be helpful for the plant's growth. Plant's growth. So here plant healthy growth between 5.5 to 7.5. If that pH value lower than 5.5, what happens? That healthy growth of plants will be affected. So not growth healthy, there is no yielding of plants. That means no proper production, less production. So they can use what? Basic substances, right? Limestone, lime water, spills in the fields, right? So they are here. So like this, we can change the soil nature by testing it. So how to check that soil nature will be discussed in the tomorrow's class. Then self-defense by animals and plants through their chemical war, right? So suppose when an ant bites, what you can feel? Something swelling or red what infection, reddish turns. So that you can find burning sensation and pain also. Due to what? They are releasing something chemical on your body. The left chemical on your body. What chemical? It is formic acid, or also called as methanoic acid. Formic acid or methanoic acid. Here formic acid formula is HCOOH. HCOOH, formic acid. Here, the formic acid or methanoic acid released on your skin when an ant bites or sting of wasp or honeybees. That all these left a chemical on your skin. So that chemical will affect your skin. Rashes or turns reddish, right? Burning sensation, like that. So what to do? When an ant bite or a sting of wasp, or maybe you are stung by honeybee, what to do? In this case, you need to use opposite nature substance. What they are here? Just washing that area, cleaning. Be using antacid. That means here soap, detergent soap, or using toothpaste, or using limestone, right? Sunam, chewing pod. That lime also we can use, right? Then you are also suggested to use baking soda. What these are all actually basic in nature. So these substances we can use to get relief from this effect, right? So it will be reduced because of neutralization reaction. Acid and basic substances, so will be reduce the effect of acid on your skin. So is this clear information what I'm giving you? Is it clear? Right. So this is today's class. In tomorrow's class we will discuss about salts and uses of salts, right? So if possible tomorrow we will complete this lesson, or by day after tomorrow, whatever it may be, right? So after this we'll go for new chemistry lesson, structure of atom. So any confusion by me in this chapter? Am I confusing you in any topic? Maybe comparing with your teacher